Alright, we're back for another round of Grandmaster Solo Ops, this time with the other day's worth of variations. Let's start off with the build and loadout I'm rocking here. Same as before, we got the Striker Titan with T-Crash. You could use Fist of Havoc if you want to change it for bosses who have like switching back and forth between two bosses, or if they're in like phases, and T-Crash is a bit of overkill, but I don't really change anything here. Basically it's just built around doing more damage with jolts and stuff, and then also damage resistance, survivability. And we're running Mint Retrograde, best in slot, special, Pulse Rocket melts bosses and other tanky enemies, Polaris Lance, exotic scout rifle, scorches enemies, precision shots, scorch enemies, precision kills, target firefly, so explosions, and then precision shots also return ammo to the magazine, so if you're hitting precision shots you never have to reload. Then just linear fusion rifle that you get from the drops, decent gun as well. Tier 4, so why not, you know? And then this is the artifacts that I'm running. So I'm also running the Bushido ornament, because that gives you extra damage resistance. Normally it'd be like 7.4%, but now it's 15%. So all you gotta do is go into the appearance and then get one of these that have the blue. There are only a couple that have the blue symbol that will work for that, but I just went with the Bushido. So these are the mods I'm running for everything. Again, recovery and ability regeneration, all that good stuff. Let me actually bump up my weapon stat here instead of super, since I don't really get super very often. Let's see what we're doing here for extra damage. 5.8. Switch all the super to weapon and see what happens. That one's class, so we still need that for 100 class. So 100 class gives me a 19-second cooldown on the barricade, which heals me every time I use it, and also tanks a ton of damage. So now I'm never going to get super, but we'll see how. 179 on the weapons, 11.8% compared to 5.8. Yeah, that's a pretty big difference. 6% damage increase across the board. That's probably going to be more useful. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, but I'm never going to get super. 14% compared to, I think it was like 58% from all the orbs. But yeah, that's the build. Alright, K1 Logistics got this under 3 minutes. Definitely the best of the choices for this daily variation. The Caldera Vex version is around 4 minutes. I mean, you can probably get it under 4 minutes with the right RNG in that first section, if they're not too far in the back, but this one's pretty much guaranteed to be really fast as long as you get a good secondary objective. So ability takedowns, no problem. Just fly past everybody. So all the ability takedowns you can probably get in the final boss room. Just punch everybody, grenade everybody. Although sometimes it doesn't count grenades. Kills. I guess like maybe the jolt damage or the lightning damage that it causes extra doesn't count as grenade damage if it's not from the grenade itself specifically. Who knows? Or just that coating on the parts of Bungo. I didn't even have to stop here. Do need that special though. So yeah, I could have even got this even faster, but just wanted to make sure I didn't have to backtrack, but there's definitely plenty enough enemies in this room for 10 ability kills. Just can't shoulder charge them because it might not count it. Only counts one of them. Kills a bunch, it only counts one. I'm not sure if you have to kill all the enemies in this room either before that objective comes up where you can get the puddle to damage the boss. Not really sure how that works. Sometimes it just doesn't come out for a while even though there's no enemies. Like the game has to think what it's supposed to do next. Like, oh, you need this, huh? Dead. He dead.
Nice job, Guardian. I'll get on comms to meet.
Yeah, 254. Could have been even faster. Now we got salt mines. So yeah, this one was kind of rough. The Dread version. I couldn't get this one under 5 minutes. Everything else I was able to get under 5 minutes except this. Salt mines. So there's 3 big mini boss guys, and then the end boss guys, 2 boss guys. So they take a bit of time, and then you have to kill all the enemies before you can move from section to section, and they take a while to come out too. So a lot of stuff you can't really speed up. Waiting for the next thing to happen, you know, before you can move on.
This should be a clear-cut sector sweep. Not with the weirdness you've been dealing with on Kepler.
Thank goodness.
But I was able to get creation under 5 minutes, finally.
Don't know what that means.
Just barely.
We'll be fine for this, thank you.
But then I can't get this one under 5 minutes. There's always one, right? You can never have just a perfect set. There's always gotta be one. Horrible mission, you know? But I don't think Bungie intended for any of these missions to be able to be done in like 3 minutes though. Or under 3 minutes even. I got K1 Logistics under 3 minutes. And you can definitely get Caldera under 3 minutes with the right RNG. Exotic Engram, nice. So they might make changes in the coming weeks to the faster ones, K1, Caldera, possibly Skywatch. I hope they don't, but knowing them, they probably will though. You're not supposed to be able to do it that fast. We can't have that. But yeah, I've hit 400 and then the drops don't drop above 400 anymore, like the guaranteed drops in all the ops playlists. They're all at 400, even with the A ranking. So you only have like a chance to get higher tier gear. So if you get an A ranking at 400 plus, it's guaranteed to be tier 4, but you only have a chance of getting higher power level armor or tier 5s. I've gotten a couple tier 5s and I've gotten a couple above 400s, but it's not guaranteed anymore, so it's definitely going to slow down quite considerably from this point. We'll have to see what other options there are. Pretty sure like the weekly Zavala inventory guaranteed to be above like prime engram drops, but prime engram drops are like the low chance. I think that's what you have to hope for in these ops missions, any of the portal activities. You just have to hope for a prime engram, because that's the only way really to get higher than 400 here. I don't know of any guaranteed methods. Maybe the weekly missions, I'll have to take a look, see if the weekly missions grant you higher gear or not. I definitely don't want to just grind a ton of missions in solo ops over and over just for a chance to get higher gear. Not even guaranteed. And it doesn't seem like a very high chance either. It's a pretty low chance. I don't know why Bungie's always got to do stuff like that, but I guess the 400 to 450 power grind's supposed to be like the hardest. Just focus on getting tier 4s and hopefully tier 5s. Because all the tier 5s were higher power level, but I've gotten a couple tier 4s that were higher power level too.
Boss on the field. This is a big one.
The Erebus. Missed that whole burst. Nice. Missed that shoulder charge. Nice. Now we got Inga, Subjugator of Truth. What about Helga? You're dead. Inga, get out of here. I think actually on this one I got a tier 5 heavy. Yep. Tier 5 fusion. Now we got Conflux. So yeah, you don't actually need to get all the modifiers to an A ranking, and you can get it a B plus, like halfway between B plus and A, and it's pretty much guaranteed to get the full rewards in A ranking as long as you do it fast enough. So if you're doing it at the speeds that I'm doing it in these runs, you're still going to get an A ranking even though the projected score is only a B plus. So I didn't know that until
5 by 5. We've got eyes.
I tried one,
You're on your own.
but it's risky because if you don't do it fast enough, you're not going to get the tier 4s. And I don't think you get the chance at higher gear, higher power level gear either. So best to play it on the cautious side, but 420 power if I need starting ammo is about as high as I want to go, because then I'll be 20 power under. So that'll put me pretty much at the halfway point between B plus and A. And almost every time it's been a ranking, unless I miss the objectives. Big boy can't handle mint retrograde. Precision kills is definitely not one of the better secondary objectives to have. Ability kills or just kills in general is probably your best bet. Then you don't have to focus on being precise, you can just go as quickly as possible and murk the enemies. But there's a lot of enemies in this, so it's not too bad. I believe I did this one like in 4.5 minutes. Could have probably done it faster if it wasn't precision. You can always back out if you get a secondary objective you don't like and retry it, but a lot of times they give me precision, so I think the longest streak of precision was like 6 games in a row. That was precision, so backing out of those would have took more time than just playing it through, you know? Trying to save time, but then it would have took more time because they kept giving me precision. These guys can't even get precision. Wasted time waiting for them. But 9 shouldn't be too bad on the best, but I don't like having to focus on objectives when it's boss time either. Just want to burn them down as quick as possible. That stupid Minotaur took my shot, tanked it. I'll save you, boss. The Secret Service to the President, man. To Vidar. One more. Hate those guys. I thought I switched to my gun, but he switched to the same exact gun. Let me switch my gun to the same gun. Big brains. Take this.
The sector is clear for now, but just like we
At 4:30.
we return soon to keep clean.
Hopefully.
We got creation, finally got it under 5 minutes by rushing through the crystal section. It's risky, but paid off. So yeah, as long as it's over that halfway point for B+, should be alright. Could have gone with the ability, arc ability, quicker, but takes damage from all sources more. But that could be dangerous too, especially for that run where you have to run through the crystals and get bombed by millions of enemies.
We're go for your run. Remember, Guardian.
Might not have survived that section with that
We'll pull you back to
modifier. Put that rock there, man. I'm not too sure why this only has one variation though. It's the only mission that has one variation. I mean, they could have used like Taken. It's Taken or similar to Vex. Taken Vex. But it's always just Vex, so. gotta sit here. Try to rush me. Personal space, man. Stay back. The lasers are back though. They weren't there. So I guess that's the variation. Lasers versus no lasers. So yeah, this section could be risky with that extra damage modifier. It's just gonna go fast. I still had to have that. Quick reload while flying through the air. But yeah, lowering that super ability and raising weapon ability. So normally I would have super coming into this room, but I also would kill more enemies in that crystal section too, so maybe that had something to do with it. But I get super by the end of it, so only got to use it once anyway, so I think having the extra weapon damage is more useful. We only get one super anyway. Your guns are always being used. One super, whether it's earlier in the boss fight or at the end of the boss fight, it doesn't really make a difference, you know? If I could get multiple supers, it might be a different story, but only one. Don't matter as long as it's one. I hate those guys. They're weird quad lasers, purple lasers that just beam the crap out of you. And they tank tons of damage. I don't think they even have a critical spot. Oh, I didn't even have super. Now I got it. Premature, but all good.
I was happy to hear a colony ship survived.
455, nice. Alright. Skywatch. This is the Hive variation, so you can rush through the first section pretty quickly. You don't have to engage the second section actually. You don't have to engage the wizards. If you can stay far enough away from the crystals and shoot them, because if you get too close to them, they spawn the wizards. I believe this run was 435. No. Yeah, no, I think it was 435. Ability takedowns, not bad, since you get stuck in this room anyway, just punch everybody to death. I like how it spun me around though. Like, it can't punch somebody directly in front of me, but it will spin me around to hit a guy behind me. Make it make sense. Even big guy can't handle the punches. Meet me in the ring, buddy. I'm the champion. I'm the world champ. So this part. You can shoot the crystals from far away before the wizards spawn. If you get too close, they'll spawn. But the middle one and the helicopter one, usually wizards come out. That's kind of tough, so switch to the retrograde, mint retrograde. Oh. Almost had a free shot at it. He didn't know what was going on that wizard. He's like, oh, am I supposed to come out? One more punch. It didn't even count. Amazing. This game is definitely bugged out, man. A lot of stuff doesn't track the way it's supposed to. Weird stuff happens all the time. There we go. Third health, so just gotta wait for the crystals to come out. Shoot those before I can hit him again. Put that fire there, man. Oh no, this was actually under 4 minutes. I think it was 3:45. What am I talking about? I was thinking about a different run.
From what I understand, the 9 aren't done with us yet. But until they throw another
Yeah, 3:45.
there's nothing to do but research.
Yeah, research. It makes me sleep.
Plenty of civilian fighters, but deploying them this far out is too dangerous.
Ability takedowns, nice.
I'm not worried. I've been holding Trust Land alone for long enough to
Not the
know
best
what a soldier can do.
objective points though, but this one way in the back's probably the worst one to have. No biggie though. Still did it in like 4 minutes, 14 seconds. With good RNG on that, you can definitely get it under 4 minutes for sure. I messed this one up too. I thought it was the other corner, but should have gone around through the other side since it's in that back cave there. But that's what happens when you're not paying attention, you know? Let's get some ability kills while we're there. Man, those stupid guys who come out of the squares trap you in the shields. Just annoying stuff, you know? Try to get one more, but he disappeared. He disappeared. I wonder if the matter spark ball is faster than running. I know it gives you a speed boost coming out of it, but I wonder if it's actually faster being in the ball than running. That only counted one. Killed that whole group with a grenade and only counted as one ability takedown. Awesome. Turn around, dummy. Just trying to get some crit damage on it, but we're good on that. Got it. I don't know what that guy's looking at. Need to turn around. Look at me. I'm the captain now. He never looked at me once. Look at that. Nice melee. It lunged forward, pulled me towards him and everything, but it still whiffed. Would help to have bullets in the magazine, you know? And then he's immune there for some reason, even though the shield is down. It's good. Good times. Yeah. That's all the Grandmasters. Should be interesting 400 plus grind. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.